I just wanted to do a quick little update, to show what I've got going here so far. For the controller, so you need two joysticks in order to get all the controls, and each joystick has an X, Y, and a button. And there's 5 pins. There's ground, 5 volts, the X, the Y, and then the switch, which is the button. So each one's have the same hookups, and so those are coming over to the Arduino here, into 5 volts and ground over here, and then they're hooked up to analog 0 through 3 for the actual joystick movement. And each pin also has since it has the button, each one is also hooked up to a digital pin as well. And those correspond over here for the first one, the pin numbers, so the switch is hooked up to 13, and the X is hooked up to 0, and the Y is hooked up to analog 1. For the second joystick, we got it hooked up to digital pin 12, and the X on 2 and the Y on 3. And then down here in the setup, we're basically telling it that they are inputs, and also this is so that we can see it on the serial monitor. And then in the actual loop, I'm just telling it to print the values for the joystick, so to see what position it's in, and that does it for the first and second, and then it just delays and repeats. So I already uploaded that, so I'm just going to open the serial monitor and we can start seeing values. So the pins are at 1, and if I press them, then it goes to 0. So that's for the first one, and this is for the second one. So that works. And then for the first one, when you move it, it goes from 0 to looks like we're getting 1018, 19. And then over on the other direction, 0 to 964-ish. And on the other one, 1023 and 0. That looks more normal. And then 1023 and 0. Okay. And so they're not centering on 500, which should be the middle, and 1023 should be the max, but it's not quite sitting on those numbers. So the only thing that I would really want to change is make it so that when I move it, that it goes from 0 to 223, or 1023, I mean. And also make it so that one issue is when I move it, see how it goes up to 1023 there? Well, that's where it's at, but it has a lot more it can go still. So it's maxing out really soon. So I want it to go all the way there and max out instead of just to there and maxing out. Other than that, they're working. They're feeding the data right to the program, and right now I just have it connected to the computer, but eventually I'll have it powered with a 9-volt and one of these little jacks. But other than that, I don't have the transmitter yet, or a toggle switch kind of button in order to be able to power the thing separately from the computer. And I don't have the receiver to transmit what it's taking in to something else. But that would be the next step.